What's up YouTube? Capital G here. We got some Dragoonity shenanigans for you guys to check out, seeing if it can beat a deck full of little insects and ants. I'm guessing that Dragoonity should be able to beat that because after all, a dragon would easily stomp on a bug, and these Dragoonity plays are legit. These are 100% all TCG legal plays since we got the Dragoonity support in Cybernetic Horizon, and some of the old cards really work well with the new cards. You can do a whole bunch of link summoning and you can end up with some pretty good boards. They're gonna have synchro monsters as well. You guys will see exactly what I mean. Dragoonity Kus, the card just straight goes into the Barsha, and that just gets you all your Dragoonity monsters equipped. And the thing is, all of them can just summon themselves, so basically it just makes it really easy to go into Guard Dragon plays to summon Red MD straight from your deck, and then from there you can get things from your extra deck. You can go into like Saryuja Scourge Red, Borreload Savage Dragon, etc., etc. It's fairly easy to constantly use all these dragon cards. Somebody told me, or somebody said at the regional, they put it in a perfect perspective. They were like, the guard dragons have done for dragons what ISO did for warriors. And I was like, oh yeah, I never really thought about it that way. I guess that is 100% true. But dragons are completely unlocked, and Dragoonity are a deck where it's like half dragon. It's like half dragon, half winged beast. It's going to make a strong board. Goes for Dark Matter Dragon. Like half of this stuff is banned in the OCG, so they can't do this. But in the TCG, we got all these cards, so we can do it. Ending on the Hieratic Link Monster. This card is so good, it's not even funny. Not only having that non-targeting bounce, but then it replacing itself with another dragon from your deck, which is crazy. I've seen some people even summon a Morphage Goliath like from their deck with this card. I mean, the monster's attack is 0 defense, 0 attack, but it's fine because you just want it for the effect. He is going to summon a Morphage Goliath from his graveyard with Artbrave Dragon. Fair enough. Now, the insect deck is not completely out of this. He does have Borreload Savage Dragon. He is going to use the Borreload Savage Dragon early. I don't know about that. It seems like maybe a little bit of a waste. Multiplication of Ants Part 1. Renaissance Insect is going to activate to get the Doom Dozer, and he's going to go for Multiplication of Ants Part 2, and now he's going to summon Doom Dozer. That's going to prompt his opponent to use the Hieratic Link Monster. He does not get a dragon from his deck because, well, obviously all his monster zones are clogged up, so there's nowhere to summon it, so that is unfortunate, but it's fine. He still has a Morphage Goliath, or does he? It's gonna get blown up by Gokipol because he summoned a normal monster, because he special summoned a normal monster, the Insect Knight, and now he's actually able to start playing. He's gonna go for the Insector Link. He's gonna draw himself a card, go for Nightmare Unicorn, and his opponent's negates are all used up. He could actually run this back, especially if he can make something like, I don't know, Borrelsword Dragon, a monster that can just crank out tons of damage and attack over basically everything. He attacks over Borrelsword, he attacks over Dark Matter Dragon, and just like that, he has cracked that Dragoonity board, and his opponent is ready to scoop it up. GG no re. Yeah, man, I really did not see that coming, but I think when he got rid of the Amorphage Goliath, he was essentially able to play. I think the Borrelsword Dragon was used frivolously. I think that it was not, like, he shouldn't have used it that early. Anyways, second duel, Mech Knights against Salamangreats, and this one's definitely going to be a super grind. He's going to use Ghost Ogre, which is a card that I don't even think is good against Salamangreats. I think it's terrible, to be honest. Like, it's good if you hit your opponents like normal summon Gazelle or normal summon Debug, but that's pretty much it. He does have the Down and Wrestle Pankratrops. It's going to attack, try to activate the effect to pop. Unfortunately, it is met with Called by the Grave, so he's going to lose out right there. And when he got the when you usually are able to keep Sunlight Wolf on field and have like 3 cards, you're pretty much just kind of getting a free win. However, he does not have his copy of Spinning in the Grave. It's actually banished, so yeah, that's why he doesn't have any extenders right now. Phantasme not really doing anything, because his opponent has to link summon or summon a monster that's a link to get that online. He probably will. He did end up top decking Circle. I thought, all right, that's game, but he does have the Ash Blossom. He used Called by the Grave last turn, so there's nothing there. He is going to go for a play here, normal summoning the Effect Veiler. That's desperate right there, but it's fine. He gets Buffalo back to his hand. He's going to go for the Transcode play, not bad, and his opponent is going to use the 2 monsters in that column to now unlock the Mech Knight play. So Mech Knight, Blue Sky is going to be used. boost that is going to get him permanence, but he basically has to push through at this point. Phantasme is online now, but he's going to, I believe, go for a couple of yeah, he's just going to use his Mech Knight Link monster. I thought that maybe he could close this duel out here with the copy of Violet Chimera, because he can crank that attack up very high, but its effect is going to be negated because it's trying to activate in a column that a Mech Knight monster is in, and that's a no-no as long as this card right here, the World Legacy Secret, is online. As long as that's right there, he can't activate any effects. He also misplayed here. He's going to go for Borosword Dragon, and the problem is both Mech Knights are in the extra monster zone columns, so no extra there are no Link monsters that can activate their effects right now, unless you run over one of these Mech Knights first. So he ends up losing out on Boroload's effect, Borosword Dragon, and I thought this is actually a losable game, even with Borosword Dragon on the field, but I would still obviously favor Salamangreats in this matchup. I also don't think you ever need Borosword Dragon. It just seems unnecessary. Anyways, he's going to go for Banelings. He's going to set his copy of Roar. He gets a couple of attacks. The first one is going to be successful. Second one, not quite successful because he does actually banishes his monster and to get a search before it can really do anything. And here's an interesting kind of chain here. He goes for the Blue Sky, but his opponent is going to use Effect Veiler, which prompts him to use the copy of Purple Nightfall, which means his opponent is going to respond with the Salamangreat Roar's Chain Link Force. So it's pretty good, beneficial. He's probably just going to attack into the Banelings, but that's put in defense mode. Here's going to be the moment of truth, at least for the Mech Knight player. He's going to try to attack here with the Borosword Dragon. That's going to get ogred. Now I was like, uh-oh. This could definitely be the run deck. I wonder, does he have another copy of... No, he does. Wow, yeah, this guy has no more copies of Sunlight Wolf, which is usually real bad, because I was like, maybe he could have reincarnated, got his copy of Roar from the grave, and I was like, I think he can actually do this. He's going to start attacking. Obviously, Banelings will have to be used, otherwise he would just pretty much lose everything. Gets the Rage, which was the perfect top deck, decides to just give it up. He's now going for Heatleo, which, I mean, it's a little bit of a risky play here, but he's going to Reincarnation Link it. That does give him the Roar set, and now he can actually start doing some beatdown damage, make his opponent's attacks the same as like Ash Blossom or Veiler, start doing some damage. This snuck into the graveyard, man. I miss Salamangreat Raccoon. It bugs me that no one plays this card. I get it. It's not needed, but it's such a fun card to play with. This is actually going to save the Salamangreat player the game, because when Purple Nightfall comes back and it would be able to simply attack over the Heatleo, he is going to be able to activate Raccoon, and that pretty much guarantees that he is not going to lose this duel. So the thing is, if you ever try to attack a Heatleo, especially a reincarnated one, and your opponent has Raccoon, they'll always use Raccoon, they'll block the attack, and then, since you're probably not going to kill the Heatleo that turn, they can simply activate Heatleo's effect. They can now make your, your monster like 0 attack. They can run it over, they get the Raccoon back as well, so it's pretty much just a wrap. That's why, that's one of the reasons why I liked Raccoon so much. Obviously, it's like completely unnecessary, but still a very fun card, and maybe in the future, if Salamangreats ever get hit on the FNL list, people will start playing it a little more. I wouldn't recommend Mir and some of the other stuff that he played. If Mir was level 3, 100% it would have saw play. I've said before, all Salamangreat monsters should honestly just be level 3. But anyways, I'm rambling at this point. Hopefully you guys enjoyed those short duels. If you did, give the video a thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.